Hey everyone, my name is Justin Kim. I'm the Membership Director of the Yale Debate Association, also known as the YDA. And I'm here to talk about the YDA as well as the YDA's tryout selection process. So first, what's the YDA? Who are we? What do we do? We're Yale's only intercollegiate debate society, which means we represent Yale in competing against other schools and universities from the US and all around the world in collegiate debate. And we primarily do parliamentary debate, and that's just a format that we'll talk about more extensively in upcoming information sessions, as well as you can find explanations of the format, how it works on our website, yaledebate.org. Now, the bottom line is that we get to meet a lot of really cool, smart, fun people through these debate tournaments and debate against them on issues like intellectual property and music, economic policies, and a bunch of international relations stuff that's really cool. And the list goes on. Just as important as we are a debate team, we're also a really tight-knit community of people and friends. And what we've done in the past is we've done things like semesterly boba runs. We do weekly team dinners where turnout is really good, and we also do things like team-sponsored weekly social events that have included things like barbecue nights as well as Taylor Swift karaoke sessions, my favorite. Now, one thing to note is that the Yale Debate Association, YDA, covers absolutely everything related to your competition costs as well as your social costs. You'll never have to spend a dime on anything related to the YDA. I also want to emphasize that should you get into the YDA and should you join us, the YDA and how much time you spend on it will ultimately be up to you. There are people who compete almost every weekend, go to all social events, and people who do the opposite. But I will say that how much you get out of the club is really dependent on how much you put into the club. And we're looking for people who are looking to bring a lot of energy in and look to get better at debate, look to be involved socially. So if that speaks to you and you're interested in the idea of just making challenging arguments and learning how to debate lots of different things and joining a very wholesome group of people, then the YDA might be the space for you. Now, the last note I want to make before talking about the tryout procedure is that we really encourage people who have never done debate before or have minimal experience to still try out if, as I mentioned before, like debating seems fun and you want to learn more about it and get better, because we will train you with zero costs, absolutely none. So onto the tryout process, here's how it works. First, you'll first submit a informational form that is linked to the email through which you found this YouTube video. So fill that out, give some information as to why you want to join the YDA, why you did debate in high school or didn't do it and want to continue it in college or start it in college. We just want to get to know more about you, and that's not evaluative at all. So once you book your tryout slot, which you have to do in the informational form, the second step is that you actually go to the physical location of the tryout, and you'll be asked to do a written part of the tryout, where we'll give you a topic, a random one. Let's say for simplicity's sake, it's something like this house would ban zoos. You would have to write arguments for and against this house would ban zoos, so making arguments for why you should ban zoos and arguments for why you shouldn't. And then after that, you'll give us that sheet of paper with your arguments that you physically wrote down, and then we will ask you to do a verbal, like an oral spoken speech, where you'll pretend as if you were in a real debate, and if you haven't been doing debate before, that's also fine. You're just making a speech, but in this case, we'll give you another random topic. So let's say it's something like this house would ban smoking, but this time we'll give you a couple of arguments in favor of the motion. You have to look at that, respond to it in your speech, and also make new arguments for why you oppose that motion. So in this case, make independent arguments as to why you shouldn't ban smoking. And obviously you'll have some prep time, and you'll deliver that speech, and the tryout is over. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at membership.yda@gmail.com or justin.m.kim@yale.edu. And also we'll have our info session and demo debate tomorrow at August 28th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. WH119, and we'll be at the EC Bazaar too.